Hello, welcome to Daily News from Al-Najaf TV. Scholarly meetings of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi during nights of Ramadan. Another session of the scholarly meetings at the house of the esteemed religious authority Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Qom was held on Ramadan 6. During this session, several senior scholars, clerics and seminarians asked their questions on Islamic beliefs, history and law. Other topics discussed in this meeting included the ruling of brushing and flossing in Ramadan, tafsir of Quranic verses, prohibition of consuming alcohol, the choice of abortion and saving the mother's life, wudu, etc. The dear viewers can tune in these scholarly meetings every night at 10:30 p.m. Qom local time, live on Al-Najaf TV and other Shia TV networks, as well as the Al-Shirazi application. Grand Ayatollah Shirazi delivers a speech among women and activists in Holy Ramadan. Like the previous years, the house of His Eminence Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Qom welcomed large numbers of women and religious activists during the holy month of Ramadan. In this gathering, the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi delivered a speech and talked about the important role of women in propagating and educating the society about the culture and teachings of the AhlulBayt, peace be upon them. This speech was streamed live on Al-Najaf TV and the Al-Shirazi application, as well as other Shia TV networks in the languages of Farsi, English, and Arabic. Kuwaiti believers meet with Sayyid Ahmed Shirazi during Ramadan. Sayyid Ahmed Shirazi, the son of the Supreme Ayatollah Sayyid al-Hussein Shirazi, welcomes all believers in the Diwani of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, located in Kuwait during the nights of the holy month of Ramadan. During the past nights, dozens of religious, scientific, political, and social figures and the general believers of Kuwait, as well as guests from outside the country, met and talked with the son of the religious authority. Members of Humanitarian Association meet Director of Al-Shire TV in Diwania Province, Iraq. Sayyid Muhammad Musavi, the Director of the Al-Shire Satellite Network Office in Diwania, Iraq, welcomed the Director of Tarahamu Humanitarian Organization and his accompanying delegation. In this meeting, the two sides talked about joint cooperation in addressing the issues of the needy and launching various projects in this field. Activities by delegations of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Kuwait. The delegation of the office of the Grand Ayatollah Sayyid al-Hussein Shirazi continues its Ramadan activities in Kuwait. During this month, this delegation meets and talks with the religious, social, and political personalities of the Shiite community of this country. In this regard, during the recent days, this delegation attended the Diwaniya of late Sayyid Ismail Behbahani and the Diwaniya of Haji Yusuf Kemal, the Diwani of the late Hussein Lari, and the banquet of the family of Muhammad Ali, and the funeral ceremony of the late Charach. Barakah Foundation holds seminar to honor families of martyrs in Baghdad. Al-Khair wal-Barakah Cultural Association, one of the centers related to Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Baghdad city, held a conference to honor the families of the Iraqi martyrs, orphans, and the needy. In this conference, Sheikh al-Baghdadi gave a speech about the greatness of the holy month of Ramadan and the importance of tolerance and social charity activities and dealing with the needs of the deprived. At the end of this ceremony, the food packages of this association were distributed among the attendees. AhlulBayt Islamic Thought Center holds Ramadan special programs in Baghdad. The AhlulBayt Islamic Thought Center, one of the centers related to Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Baghdad, organizes intellectual meetings for young people. In these meetings, a group of young believers attend and benefit from the statements of Sheikh Ali Salim and Sheikh Ali Sarai, the director of the AhlulBayt Islamic Thought Center. During these meetings, jurisprudential, religious, and moral issues are discussed, as well as the reading of special prayers for the holy month of Ramadan. Furthermore, it should be mentioned that Ali Sarai, the director of this center, hosted a group of religious figures of this city during the past few days. In this meeting, the attendees discussed taking advantage of the opportunity of the holy month of Ramadan to expand religious and cultural activities, deal with youth issues, etc. Also, the women's section of the AhlulBayt Islamic Thought Center held its weekly meeting with the presence and speech of Mrs. Amiri and Ali Sarai. In this meeting, various topics were discussed, including the duties of women in the holy month of Ramadan and the important role of women in society and family. Activities by Najaf Center for Strategic Studies in Ramadan. Najaf Center for Strategic Studies, NCSS, one of these centers related to Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Najaf, held a scientific meeting entitled Geomatic Techniques and Its Importance in Geographical Research. In this meeting, Dr. Zainul Abidin Aziz Al-Shabli, lecturer at the Faculty of Education at Kufa University, presented a comprehensive definition of geomatics, which is the science related to the study of civil data of cities and spatial and geographical information systems. In another action, Najaf Center for Strategic Studies organized a training course for the blind men and women in the field of human development and computer training. Dr. Hussein Hatem Al-Shabli, head of the NCSS Center, and Mrs. Heba Emad Al-Yassari, the director of the controversial TPC Center, as well as Haider Al-Kabi and Sayyid Amir Al-Musavi, taught these courses. Rasul Adam Institute donates food to needy and impoverished families in Baghdad. Rasul Adam Cultural and Charitable Institute distributed dozens of food packs to deprived areas around the city of Baghdad on the occasion of the arrival of the holy month of Ramadan. This institution delivered its second batch of food baskets to the families living around the city of Baghdad in accordance with the recommendations of His Eminence, Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq Husseini Shirazi, on supporting the needy.